Welcome back to Silicophilic. I used to think Windows Firewall was just background noise until I realized my PC was trusting everything by default. That's when I stopped seeing it as protection and started treating it as a permission system because modern attacks don't break in loudly anymore. They blend in: a browser extension calling home, a game launcher opening telemetry, a cracked app sending requests at midnight. And Windows, by default, it usually lets them through first. That's the real problem. Convenience, first networking. Instead of trust, first networking. Once I understood that, I completely changed how I used Windows Firewall. The night I started monitoring traffic. One night, I opened Resource Monitor out of curiosity. To open Resource Monitor in Windows, press Win+R, type resmon and hit enter. There was nothing unusual, just check bandwidth usage. And then I saw it. Processes constantly communicating in the background: updaters, telemetry services, browser helpers, sync engines, random executables I forgot existed. Some weren't malicious. That's what made it worse. Because modern software assumes internet access is normal. Everything wants outbound communication now. And Windows Firewall mostly focuses on inbound protection by default, meaning what comes into your PC, but almost nobody monitors what leaves it. That changes everything because malware rarely needs inbound access anymore. It simply waits for outbound permission, and most systems hand that permission over automatically. Why allow by default is broken? Let me explain the real security philosophy here. Press Start, type Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security. Open it. Now you will see inbound rules, outbound rules. This is where the real firewall lives. Windows Defender Firewall properties. Look under Domain Profile, Private Profile, Public Profile. Now see these outbound connections. They are allowed by default. This is the important part. Right now, every application on this PC is trusted automatically unless we manually block it. That's the allow by default model. Imagine your house worked like this: every door unlocked, every window open. Anyone can walk in, and only after something suspicious happens you decide to block them. That's how most consumer firewalls behave. Now, if you are opening Windows Defender Firewall properties and changing the outbound connections from allow to block, save the changes. Now nothing leaves this PC unless I explicitly trust it. This is the default deny. Open a browser or Discord or Steam and see they will fail to connect. That's the point. A firewall should not assume trust. Trust should be earned. Now go to outbound rules, click new rule, select program, then select next and then choose browse exe. Select allow the connection, finish the rule. Now reopen browser. Internet works again. Malware relies on outbound communication. Silent background connections are everywhere, and security isn't about convenience, it's about control. The shift to outbound control. Most tutorials teach people how to allow apps through the firewall. Very few teach people how to deny them, and that changes everything. Because the moment you start controlling outbound traffic, you stop reacting to software and start governing it. Now watch this. Open Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security. Open it. On the left side, click Outbound Rules. Then on the right side, New Rule. Choose Custom Rule, then Next. Leave it on. All programs, then Next. Keep protocol type as any, then Next. Now under which remote IP addresses does this rule apply to? Select these IP addresses. Click Add. Now open Command Prompt as administrator and type nslookupwebsite.com. Copy the IP address returned. Paste that IP into the firewall rule. Click Next. Choose Block the connection. Click Next. Leave domain, private and public checked. Click Next. Give the rule a name. Click Finish and instantly that software or website loses network access completely. No third-party tools, no extra software, just policy enforcement built directly into Windows. Now here is the important part. This isn't paranoia. It's intentionality. Because modern applications communicate constantly in the background, and if you never inspect outbound traffic, you never truly know what your system is doing. The default deny mindset. When I switched to a default deny mindset, my entire relationship with software changed. I stopped asking, is this app dangerous, and started asking, why does this app need internet access at all? That's a completely different philosophy. For example, does a calculator app need outbound access? Does a PDF tool need telemetry? Does a single player game need persistent cloud communication? Sometimes yes, often no. And once you begin auditing software this way, you realize how much modern computing depends on invisible networking. When you create a rule through new rule and block the connection instantly, the software loses internet access. Browsers are allowed, game launchers get limited access. Unknown utilities are usually blocked unless they truly need the internet. You can keep stricter rules on public networks and lighter rules on private networks. And if software suddenly stops working after being blocked, that tells me something important. It was relying on hidden communication in the background. Why most users never do this? Convenience is addictive. Default deny creates friction. Things stop working automatically. Apps fail silently. Launchers complain. Software asks for permissions constantly. And most users hate that experience. But security has always been a trade-off between convenience and control. Modern operating systems optimize for convenience first. Power users optimize for visibility. That's the difference. Beyond the firewall. But this story is bigger than Windows Firewall because default deny is becoming the philosophy behind modern security itself. Zero trust architecture. Application whitelisting. Containerization, sandboxing, permission-based mobile operating systems. The industry is moving away from everything is trusted unless dangerous towards nothing is trusted until verified. And honestly, that shift was overdue. So the next time someone tells you Windows Firewall is basic, understand what is really a hidden control system sitting quietly underneath your operating system. And once you stop treating it like a pop-up notification and start treating it like policy enforcement, you realize something important. The strongest firewall isn't the one blocking attacks. It's the one refusing trust by default. If this video helped, hit like, subscribe, share your own troubleshooting tips in the comments because your solution might help another player too. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next one.